Wow, look at this new room. It's so open and empty and clean. My girlfriend will really hope it stays like this, right? Yeah, we'll see. This is gonna be the new workshop for both of us, mind you. So stick around and see how we get it done. To get things started, we 3D printed the entire room, including all the furniture, and we took a little bit of care of it than this. Tried a couple different layouts, and honestly, this is way easier than moving the furniture around ourselves. But with the layout decided, it was time to actually start moving some of that stuff, and wasn't too bad. But there was, yeah, that hurt. Don't worry though, the printer was okay. Just needed a touch of moral support. With that behind us, it was time to move on to the core of this, which was the workbench itself. I had this old frame from my last workbench in my last couple apartments, and I really wanted to find a way to reuse it. Turning on its side actually gave me an idea, and I think this will be pretty good. But first things first was to strip everything down so we'd have a nice fresh slate to start with. With that fresh slate in hand, I think this idea will work, so it's time to head off to the Home Depot and get a couple supplies. Wow, that's a lot of lights, but this should do. And we'll get a power bar too. I think that'll be useful. Cut some wood, get some tools, and let's rough fit it together. Yeah, that's not bad. I've got some ideas here, but I'm tired. And there is no better way to start the morning than with a little bit of sanding and dry fit assembly. This vision's coming together, but there was one problem with that light bar I got. It fits well on this side with the pull cord coming down, but when I do that, it's actually a little tight on the right here. So we're gonna do just a little bit of a modification. Pop off this extendable port, relatively easy to do, yep. And we'll just tape that up so we can use it later if we need it. Put it all back together, and now it fits like a dream. Just a little more sanding to make things pretty, and then it is time to start putting everything together into its final form. Whole bunch of screwing here, make sure everything's nice and square. Square enough at least. And don't pay any attention to this, I measured right the first time. Yeah, glad we're on the same page about that. So it was time to put this on for the first time and test it. Wow, look, it fits. That's great. That's great. In all seriousness, it was time to make this look a little prettier, so made a couple arbitrary cuts to add a little bit of panache here. Yeah, that looks nice. Sand it down. It's coming together. And I just love this light. It really lights things up in there. Crazy. But with that done, it was time to say goodbye to my workbench. It started as a pallet. It served me well. It lasted for honestly longer than it should have, but it's been a part of my journey, so I'll be sad to see these pieces go. I am proud though that I'm able to keep at least some part of it alive with that bottom board and the pegboard behind it, so there would be some of the original left in this new and improved version. With everything stained though, it was time to let this dry, and honestly, it's looking nice. And with everything assembled, it was time to get this plugged in. But this will require some creativity and some help from my girlfriend.
Oh, like towards me? More. Oh, I still need more. Okay, more. Yeah. More.
And let there be light. Thanks, my love. And with that done, it was time to take the final steps of securing this thing to the table and making sure it's not going to tip over and kill anybody. None of that, please. I marked on the wall where I wanted to secure it and put up this board to hold everything together. Screw the end of the wall, and then I can just push the entire workbench back against it and secure everything in place with a couple screws. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Then it was time just to put all my tools up there. I've got a couple of tools. More will come. And all those tools will go right back onto the wall. Not too shabby. From here, I wanted to decide how I was going to use these old cutouts from the palette. I had a good idea, so I cracked open a new roll of filament and got working. I printed out these buckets and a whole bunch of mounts for the pegboard. I'm using a system here called Mega Mount, which just slides right in, and then you can drop in a whole bunch of attachments you can make yourself, like this one for a caliper. Put a bunch of these up to hold some of my other tools that are a little more unique, and added in my buckets. I'm honestly super happy with how these came out. They really make use of the pallet wood well and keep that heart of the old bench alive. With that figured out, I wanted to add a quick safety feature, always good to have on hand. And while I was at it, I wanted a place to throw trash away easy at hand on the workbench, so this trash bucket will do the job, and yeah, looks pretty nice. For the finishing touches, I decided it needed to be just a little bit more homey, so added in these curtains, and yeah, I think that does the job. Then just one more pegboard for the heck of it. This one will go above the 3D printer CNC station. And that is the room. Alrighty, well, this is the completed workbench. I'm honestly super excited to have this here. There's a whole bunch of projects I have in mind that I'm really excited to work on and eventually share with you guys. So get subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. I can't wait to show you the